Hey, Michael.
Hey, Kim.
It's so nice to see you.
It's good to see you too.
From your point of view, can you explain to our viewers what the collaboration to promote self-determination is? Because it's a newer coalition, so I don't think a lot of people know about it.
Yeah, so CPSD, that's, everything has acronyms in Washington, so it's the Collaboration to Promote Self-Determination. It's a national advocacy coalition made up of organizations that represent individuals with intellectual developmental disabilities and other significant disabilities and their families who have come together in an effort to modernize the adult system of services and supports for individuals with disabilities.
Oh, that's really great. And how long has it been around?
So 2007, it was founded in 2007. Actually, I was lobbied pretty hard by CPSD over the years. They are, and when I had the opportunity to join the board, I jumped at it. I know the organization. They are nimble, they are, they are fierce, they are small, but they are mighty, right? It's a relatively small organization.
And mostly we represent people who have developmental disabilities.
Yeah, and it's different, right?
Families.
That's exactly right. It really does represent the voice of individuals with disabilities in a way that is kind of unique in Washington. And so they are an incredibly effective organization and smart and thoughtful and really do make a difference in Washington. And my pleasure. That's why I joined, right? I was like, let me be affiliated with this group, right?
Yeah, and so the collaboration, of course, is celebrating Employment Awareness Month. And what are some of the activities that the collaboration is doing this month?
So we're very excited. We are hosting a congressional briefing on Monday the 28th.
That's this coming Monday.
That's the date, Monday the 28th. We're hosting a congressional briefing. It really is going to be amazing. We have some incredible speakers, individuals with disabilities, significant disabilities, who had previously worked in sheltered workshops with sub-minimum wage and have transitioned into competitive integrated employment. So we're going to hear their stories, what worked for them, what didn't work for them, but we're also going to hear from their parents, their families who have helped them through this process of transitioning from sheltered work with sub-minimum wage to actually competitive integrated employment in their communities. We're going to talk with providers at the local level. The Arc of Virginia is coming. State, providers as well. So we're really going to get a comprehensive picture of really what competitive integrated employment is and means and really could be, right?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. The Autism Society actually is co-sponsoring it. We put some money into helping these families
and we appreciate that.
Get here.
Because they're coming in from all over the country.
From all over the country to show success stories.
Yeah.
And then because we can't videotape the congressional briefing, we're going to be doing some interviews afterwards of those that are providing testimony so that you'll be able to see it. So I'm excited about that too. You mentioned the concept of competitive integrated employment. I don't know if everybody understands what that term means, CIE. Can you explain?
Yeah, absolutely. So competitive integrated employment, is a concept that's been around for a while, but it was incorporated into legislation, into federal legislation, workforce development legislation called WIOA, the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act, which was signed into law in 2015, 16. One of those years, 2015, 2016, something like that. But it's the workforce development system, right? Like it provides resources and funding to states and providers across the country to help individuals get the training and the skills they need to enter, high-paying, good quality jobs and careers. And a key part of that program, that workforce development program, WIOA, is vocational rehabilitation programs, and that is for people with significant disabilities.
Right.
And Voc Rehab VR has been around for 70 years. But what WIOA did was it kind of changed the focus to competitive integrated employment, right? It set as a goal, as a national priority, that individuals with significant disabilities have the opportunity to engage in competitive integrated employment. That means not in sheltered workshops. That means working in locations where they are working alongside their coworkers without disabilities. They are getting a competitive wage, which means not sub-minimum wage, and they have the same kind of career advancement opportunities as individuals without disabilities.
Real work for real pay.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
I actually believe that, you know, that was in the regulations for a long time, even before WIOA, the focus on competitive, and the definition of competitive integrated employment, so it's not a new concept.
So the policy has been around for, I don't know, probably about 20 years,
Mid-nineties.
since the 90s,
Mid-nineties.
right? What, you know, integrated employment means is working in a setting that is typically found in the community, right? So a sheltered workshop is not an employment setting that is typically found in the community. It's a construction made for people with significant disabilities, or was, right? And so it's not typically found in the community.
Right.
And it also means working, the opportunity to work and perform your duties alongside workers without disabilities. And that
Right.
concept has been around, like you said, for 20 years. What we were able to do in WIOA, because of the focus on competitive integrated employment and the definitions that were in the law, we incorporated that and codified that in regs, that policy and practice that has been in place for 20 years.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And so that's what we'll be highlighting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming on Monday.
Yeah, and you know, what is important about the hearing is it shows this can work, right? For people with significant
Right.
disabilities who had been working in sheltered employment and sheltered workshops for sub-minimum wage, and now have transitioned through supports and VR and these various providers, really helping them transition from sheltered, you know, some of them were making, you know, like 10 cents an hour, right? Like working and making 10 cents an hour, right? Like, so now they're actually working in jobs in their communities, and you know, really do have the opportunity to be economically self-sufficient, and really live self-determined lives, right? Like, that's ultimately what we at CPSD is all about, right? Like, is changing the system so individuals with significant disabilities have the opportunity to become economically self-sufficient, full community participation, and really just the opportunity to lead self-determined lives.
And that's the goal of the collaboration.
It is.
And is there anything else that you want to talk about as far as what the CPSD is doing to celebrate NDEAM, or anything else, any other activities that you'd like to share about the collaboration?
You know, one other thing that is really important work is we, along with the National Disability Rights Network, NDRN, are leading a coalition around competitive integrated employment. And go check out the website, Integrated Employment Now. Is the website, and work with us, right? Is our hashtag, work with us, and it is really about sharing success stories around competitive integrated employment, sharing resources. It's a great source of information for folks, whether you are providers, whether you are families, you have kids with significant disabilities, whether you are a person with significant disability. This is the path, right? These are the resources that are available to get into competitive
We have great
integrated
fact
employment.
sheets there, Q&As, success stories there, and links to the laws and regulations and everything you need to know.
And there's about 25 disability advocacy organizations that have come together to advance and promote competitive integrated employment, and that's really what it is about.
Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
I really appreciate your time today.
Yeah, it's great to be here with you.
And join us on Monday for the congressional briefing interviews following the briefings. All right, talk to you soon.
See ya.
Bye.